Ethan stared at his phone, frozen. A message popped up from an unknown number. Stop pretending. She's with me in Manchester right now. His heart sank, disbelief clashing with fear. He tried calling Lily, but she didn't pick up. Panic twisted in his stomach as the truth he didn't want to believe began to claw its way into reality. Ethan tried to shake the thought off. Maybe it was a prank, but why would someone know so much about Lily's schedule? He remembered how she had suddenly said she was going to Manchester for work, even though Ethan knew she had no meetings there. His stomach twisted as the first seed of doubt grew. Could Lily really be hiding something from him all this time? Ethan remembered the little lies Lily had told. A coworker she never mentioned, texts she hurriedly deleted, and a lipstick stain on a scarf she said was from a friend. Each memory now felt like a warning sign he had ignored. His mind raced, imagining her in another city, laughing with someone else, while he stayed here, clueless. Ethan decided to check her social media, hoping for reassurance. But her posts were carefully edited. A photo of her smiling in a cafe in Manchester caught his eye. He didn't remember her mentioning this cafe. A chill ran down his spine. Could she be there with someone else? The doubt became almost unbearable. Ethan tried calling Lily again. This time the call went to voicemail. Her voice sounded distant when he listened to old recordings, and suddenly he remembered how she had avoided video calls. A sinking feeling settled in. Maybe the text wasn't a prank. Maybe she really had a double life. Ethan found Lily's train tickets hidden in her bag. They were for Manchester, dated last weekend. His hand shook as he realized she had been there without telling him. Each step she took without him felt like a betrayal he couldn't ignore. Anger and sadness collided inside him, making it hard to breathe. Ethan called Sophie, his best friend, to tell her what happened. Sophie listened quietly and then said, "You need to find out the truth, Ethan. Don't let her lies control you." Her voice was firm, and Ethan realized he couldn't avoid it anymore. He had to know what Lily was hiding. Ethan decided to go to Manchester. He booked a last-minute train, heart pounding. He had no plan, only hope to see Lily and confront her. The city passed by his window like a blur, each mile increasing both fear and determination. At the cafe in Manchester, Ethan saw her. Lily laughed at a table with another man, Jake. Ethan froze, unable to move. Seeing them together, smiling and close, made his chest ache. This wasn't imagination. This was real. Ethan stepped inside, trying to act calm, but his heart was racing. Lily noticed him, her smile faltering for a moment. The air felt heavy. Words hovered between them, unsaid. The secret was out, and everything had changed. Ethan walked toward Lily, trying to steady his voice. "Lily, what is this?" he asked. She froze, words failing her. Jake looked at Ethan with curiosity, unaware of the storm he had just stepped into. The cafe seemed to hold its breath. Lily stammered, It's not what it looks like." But her eyes betrayed her. Ethan wanted to believe her, but every lie he remembered felt like chains around his heart. He realized some truths could not be ignored. Jake smiled, trying to ease the tension. "Hi, I'm Jake. She talks about you sometimes." Ethan clenched his fists. Jake had no idea he was dating the same woman. Anger and disbelief mixed together inside Ethan. Lily finally confessed, "I didn't mean for it to happen. I liked both of you." Ethan's chest tightened. Every lie, every hidden meeting, every text made sense now. The person he trusted most had betrayed him completely. Ethan left the cafe without a word, his heart heavy. The streets of Manchester felt foreign and cold. He didn't know where to go or what to do. All he knew was he couldn't stay there and face them right now. Ethan called Sophie, voice trembling. She was with someone else. I saw it. Sophie stayed calm, but her concern was clear. You need to decide what you want, Ethan. Don't let her hurt you more. Ethan decided to gather proof before confronting Lily again. Photos, messages, and tickets, everything he could find would tell the story. He couldn't rely on memory alone. He needed facts to make sense of the chaos. He returned to Manchester the next week. This time, he saw Lily alone, sitting at a small park bench, looking lost. Ethan approached carefully, unsure if he was ready to speak or just watch. Lily looked up, tears in her eyes. I didn't want to hurt you, she said quietly. Ethan struggled to find words. He realized it wasn't just about betrayal. It was about trust, and trust once broken was hard to repair. Ethan took a deep breath. He had to decide, forgive her and try to rebuild, or leave and start over. The weight of the choice pressed down on him, but he knew one thing. He couldn't stay in the middle of a lie any longer. Ethan spent the night alone in his London flat, replaying every moment with Lily. Memories of laughter and love clashed with the image of her with Jake. He realized he didn't just feel betrayed. He felt lost, unsure of who he really knew. He met Sophie at a cafe the next day. She listened as Ethan poured out his heart. You have to follow your gut, she said. Her words struck him like a spark. He couldn't wait for answers anymore. Ethan called Lily. His voice was steady but cold. We need to meet. Now. Lily hesitated but agreed. Every second before their meeting felt like it stretched forever. His heart pounded with fear, anger, and anticipation. They met in a quiet park. Ethan looked at her, searching for honesty. Why, Lily? Why do this? Lily's eyes filled with tears. I was scared of losing either of you, she admitted. The truth hurt, but it also felt like a release. Suddenly, Jake appeared, looking confused. Ethan? He said. Lily froze. Ethan realized the confrontation couldn't end without him. The three of them stood there, tension thick enough to cut with a knife. Lily explained everything. She had feelings for both men, but knew she couldn't keep lying forever. Jake looked shocked, but strangely calm. Ethan felt a mix of relief and rage. He finally had all the answers. Ethan stepped back, taking a deep breath. He realized he couldn't stay with someone who betrayed him like this. Jake didn't seem a threat. He was just part of the story. Ethan needed to focus on himself now. Back in London, Ethan tried to rebuild his life. He focused on work, friends, and rediscovering happiness on his own. It wasn't easy, but each small step made him feel stronger and free from the shadow of lies. Ethan received one last message from Lily. I'm sorry. I hope you find happiness. He didn't reply. Instead, he smiled faintly, realizing that closure wasn't about her. It was about letting go. Ethan walked through London streets, feeling lighter than he had in months. The city felt alive again. He knew there would be challenges ahead, but for the first time, he felt ready to live without the weight of betrayal. His future was his own,